Hey and welcome to another Pokemon challenge. How do you like the new layout? Firstly, I want to say hello to Fluffy Blade Rabbit 1 and Adamageddon for being my first subscribers. You guys are awesome. This video might be a bit longer than the last one as it's my first time going through Johto in like 10 years and I don't really know exactly what fits as the main points I need to cover. Anyway, on to the video. Today we're going to find out, can you beat Pokemon Silver with only a Ledyba? With just 265 stats majoring in special defense and really lacking in attack and defense, this Ladybug is basically made of glass when it comes to anything physical. So I get the feeling it's going to be a very grind-filled session to start with. So we set the time, day, Mum tells us how to work a phone, and we pick up our Ladybug, we name her Tiki. Get to Mr. Pokemon's house, pick up the egg, chat with Professor Oak, get a call from Elm, battle our future rival. Kay sends out Cyndaquil and the battle is slow and tedious, but by a stroke of luck we win and get 69 XP. Nice! We get back, give the police our rival's name, give the egg to Elm, turn our mum into a personal piggy bank with an impulse buying problem, and then begin our Pokemon journey. We reach Violet City and take on the Bellsprout Tower first. And the very first thing I discover is these Bellsprouts only ever do 1 HP of damage. This is going to be a cakewalk. After ploughing through the tower, our rival talks some bull then runs away, and then we battle the Elder. I'm not going to do a blow by blow here as this battle is way too tedious, but we get a win anyway, and get Flash. Up next is Falkner, but as he uses flying, I'm gonna get to at least level 16 before I try to take him on. Up against Falkner and his first Pokemon's a Pidgey. This battle is just gonna be us exchanging tackles back and forth, but we win eventually. Pidgeotto's up next and he hits us hard, and I think I'm screwed. I'm not sure if I'm gonna win this. I use Supersonic, but then with some amazing luck we whittle down his HP whilst he hits hard with Gust, winning us the battle and the badge. After leaving the gym we are given the egg by the Professor's aide. Why thank you, I know just what to do with this. There you go. Going through Union Cave I get in a battle against a hiker and his Onix. This battle is sped up. You see this? This was a bad idea. We reach Azella Town and we find Kurt, who tells us that Team Rocket have been cutting off Slowpoke tails. We catch up to him and find out he fell down the well and hurt his back. So now it's down to me. Ah, Kurt, nice to see your back is better after I did all the damn work. He's so appreciative of our work and battle skills, he gives us one of his balls. Wait, I want to try and level a bit before I take on the gym. And whilst battling and looking around Union Cave, I found Swift, which is much better than Tackle, so I teach it to Tiki and take on the gym. Bug leader Bugsy, and it seems that his Metapod was too easy. A few Swifts and we take it down. Then it's Cypher. Thanks to some confusion luck, Cypher ain't too bad, and he didn't use Fury Cutter as much as I thought he would. He manages to take us down to 20 HP, then it's down. Next up is Kikuna. I try to confuse it twice to no avail, so I focus on Swifts. It takes us down to 11 HP before we get a crit taking him down and earning us our second badge. As I head to Goldenrod, I remember from when I was younger that I have a rival battle before I leave, so I get a couple of levels on Tiki. So, his first Pokemon's a Ghastly. Great. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to try and get him to kill himself. I keep using Supersonic, trying to get him to hurt himself, but it's slow. Thank fuck that's over with. Next up is Quilava and I need a miracle. But we don't get it as he knocks me out. I'm going to go grind some more. Finally, after many attempts, we get this run. After some damn decent luck with Ghastly's confusion, we tank 3 hits from Ember and take out Quilava. Then just a couple more hits and Zubat is down. That's our rival defeated, till the next time. We go chase Farfetch for a while, then get cut and make our way through to Goldenrod. After going round and battling everyone I could find, whilst collecting the items I could find as well, I teach Tiki the dig TM I found. It's time to take on Whitney. Hey, Future Beard here. Just so you know, I am fully aware that Tiki's name changes to Tika here. My computer crashed and I lost my save file. I had to go all the way through the game again, and I just had a curry, so I had Tika's on the mind. I do apologise for that. It will change by the end of the video, but unfortunately not before the Hall of Fame. Back to the video. I think a Clefairy needs glasses as it keeps missing all its attacks as I hit it with Swifts. Miltank is out and its rollout is far too strong. We might need some levels. Back at level 36, and Clefairy was no problem, but her Miltank is. Even her first rollout is doing a lot of damage. Back to the grind. Back at level 40, and I was an idiot and I forgot I picked up the TM for return from the Woman in Goldenrod Pokemon. Hopefully this will tip the battle in my favour. I can't take grinding anymore. First is up as her Clefairy and I missed return. We take it down to red HP on the next one while its metronome uses Spiderweb. I use Swift and I take it out. Up next is Miltank. I use 2 returns to take it to yellow health while it takes me to 43. Yes, victory is in sight. Oh my god, why would you use Milk Drink? I am twice your level, stop being difficult. I use return for about half its remaining health and it hits another rollout. I use 1 more return and the nightmare is over. Miltank is down and we claim victory. She starts crying because she didn't win. We go for a quick walk and we finally get the badge. We go pick up the squirt bottle, water a tree, beat up the Pokemon pretending to be a tree and make our way to the next badge. After getting to the gym I realise something. It's a bloody ghost gym. Why of all things sacred and holy would there be an entire gym dedicated to this? Luckily we have the dig, which means we have 1 move to use on this gym. Okay, let's get this over and done with. Morty sends out Ghastly first. I swear I have PTSD thanks to this Pokemon. I use dig and he misses Curse. Next turn it goes down. Good. Next up is Haunter. We use dig and hit a critical taking it down. Gengar's up and we use dig again, but its attack misses but it survives our attack. It lands Hypnosis, so we have no choice but to wait till we wake up. He uses Dream Eater for 19 damage and next turn Tiki wakes up and takes it out. Last Pokemon is another Haunter. We use dig, his attack misses and we take it out in 1 shot, beating this nightmare of a gym and earning our badge. I head to Olivine City and I find out that the Pokemon in the lighthouse is sick, so I can't get the badge. So I head to Cyanwood City to get the medicine. I take on the gym leader whilst I'm there. After him showing off, we take him on. First up is Primeape and I hit return and it responds with a Fury Swipe, doing a bit of damage. 1 more return takes it down. At this point I realise I didn't heal, so I might need another attempt at this. Next up is Poliwrath and I use dig, it misses Surf. After a hit that does next to nothing to it, it uses Surf and it does pretty much the same damage. I hit it with return and it misses Hypnosis. I had another return and it uses Mind Reader for some stupid reason. 1 more hit with return, he goes down, earning us another badge. Back to Olivine City. I give the medicine to the Pokemon and we can finally take on the gym leader. Jasmine uses Steel type, so I don't think this will be too much of an issue. Boy was I proven wrong. Magnemite is up first and I start with dig. It misses Thunder Wave and we get it in 1 shot. Another Magnemite and history repeats itself. Up next is Steelix. I use dig and it misses its Rock Throw. I hit a critical but only do about a quarter of its health and HP, whilst it hits another Rock Throw dealing massive damage. A couple more Rock Throws and it knocks us out. Back to the grind I go. I get Tiki up to level 60 for good measure and I try her again. Her Magnemites remain the same, they go down with 1 shot. We whittle her down to just under her HP on her Steelix. She then takes us down to 48 HP with a Rock Throw, but due to a lucky crit on our part we take her down and earn the badge. After that ordeal we head east to Mahogany Town. Getting to the gym I'm told that I should go sightsee, so I head to the Lake of Rage. Rockets shake me down for the 1,000 bucks. and then I continue more pissed than ever. On the lake I notice a red Gyarados and I attempt to catch it, but it confuses itself. Oh well, next time you red sea snake. I talk to Lance and we help him out with the investigation. I head down to the basement of the shop, and while venturing around we encounter our rival. I'm ready for you, you red-haired little... Oh, okay, just walk off then. Fair enough. We fight an executive. First up is Zubat, and we are so over leveled to this thanks to Jasmine that we one-shot his bat. Next up is Raticate. It lands a quick attack and narrowly survives our Swift, but it goes down on the next attack. Koffing survives our Swift but misses his tackle, and then he goes down as well, so that the executive is defeated. He is so scared he runs into a table and then runs off somewhere. More grunts ready for the slaughter, but Lance steps in, takes on one of them, leaving the woman to us. She sends out Arbok but is down in one shot. Murkrow follows suit and Gloom joins them. This is almost too easy now. Lance can't find the off switch, so we have to make the electrodes faint. I take the left while he takes the right. After he gives us a lecture and a HM waterfall, we head to the gym. Price is up with his ice Pokemon and Seal is up first, but it goes down with one return. Dugong is next and we land a heavy return, but he survives and hits us for minor damage, but he does not survive the next shot. Next is Poliwrath, and we hit for 2/3 of its health and it responds with a mist. Next it joins his friends and we claim the badge. After leaving, Elm tells us that the Rockets have taken over the radio tower, so we head off to deal justice. After reaching the top we have to beat an executive. His first Koffing go down very easy, but then it's his wheezing. I'm worried about his explosion here. He survives our dig and hits us with a sludge doing minor damage. Our next dig takes it out. Luckily we avoided that explosion. His last two Koffing go down in one hit each, claiming the victory. We go down to the basement and Kay wants to battle. First is Golbat and we take it to red with return. It responds with a Confuse Ray, but it goes down in the next attack. The rest of them are one shots. I go dig on Magnemite, double edge on Quilava, dig on Haunter, and even though Sneasel sneaks in a quick attack, I take it down with one double edge. He runs away, so I clear out the rest of the Rockets and save the hostage. Get the card key from him and have to go all the way back to the tower. Up against an executive and she leads with Arbok. 2 returns and it's out. Murkrow goes down in 1 return, and thanks to a critical, so does Vileplume. The last executive is up and he sends out Houndour. We use Dig and the dog is down. Koffing is next and it survives with a sliver of health and responds with Sludge, doing a small amount of damage. Next turn it faints. Up is Houndoom, and I dig, he misses his Ember and goes down on the next turn. I claim the win, get the Silver Wing and head to the next gym. After a difficult time remembering the ice path, I get to Blackthorn City and take on the gym leader. Claire sends out her Dragonair first. It goes down with 1 return. Out comes another and it survives with just a sliver of health, but it paralyzes Tiki. It uses Thunderbolt, which doesn't do a lot, and we land a return taking it out. Another Dragonair and it uses Ice Beam, dealing next to nothing. I land Double Edge and it survives on what must be 1 HP. It uses Ice Beam, but we finish this one easy. Next is Kingdra and it deals decent damage with a Hyper Beam. I use Return and it doesn't even do half its health. Whilst it's recharging I use Dig. While I'm underground it uses Hyper Beam again and misses, giving us a chance. We just survive its Hyper Beam and we hit with Double Edge, leaving us just on 2 HP. But with that lucky break we've claimed our win and got our last badge in Johto. And because she's a sore loser, she makes us take a test to get the badge. After finding the Dragon Fang, we get the badge. On to the Elite Four. We go see Elm and he gives us the Master Ball, then we continue on our way to the Elite Four. At the end of Victory Road we encounter our rival, so let's take him out again. We take out Sneasel with 1 return. 2 returns and we take out Golbat whilst also taking a hit from Wing Attack. 1 dig and Magneton goes down. 2 returns and we take out Typhlosion while also tanking a Flame Wheel, Haunter's out with 1 dig, and finally Kadabra, but it's gone with 1 return. Finally we can take on the Elite Four. I get to level 80 and learn a couple of moves before taking on Will. First up is Xatu, and I use Thunder Punch, taking out in 1 hit. We do big damage to Jinx, but it survives and it does next to nothing with Double Slap. Another attack takes it out. His second Xatu and his Slowbro go the exact same way as the first one. 1 Ice Punch to Executor takes it out, taking care of Will. Onto Koga. Koga sends out Ariados. We use Thunder Punch and it responds with Double Team. A return finishes it next turn. He sends out Crobat and it goes down in 1 punch. Next is Venomoth, and we deal massive damage and a Psychic barely touches us. 1 more punch does the trick. Fortress comes out and barely survives our Thunder Punch, but it responds with Spikes, which at this point is pretty much useless. Perhaps we should return the favour. Muck comes out and we do just under half his health with a Thunder Punch. We take his hit and we return with an Ice Punch, taking it to red. It uses Sludge Bomb, dealing a decent amount of HP, and it also poisons Tiki. Tiki uses return to finish him off and we beat Koga. Bruno's next, and out comes Hitmontop. It uses Quick Attack and I use Dig afterwards. While I'm on the ground it uses Protect and evades our attack, and it keeps happening again and again and again. It uses Quick Attack, but this time I use Ice Punch and deal big damage. It uses Quick Attack again, but it goes down afterwards thanks to my attack. Out comes Onyx and it goes down with 1 Ice Punch. Hitmonchan's up and I use Dig, doing less than half its health in damage, and it responds using Fire Punch. I respond with an Ice Punch, taking it out. Machamp is up and I do less than half again with an Ice Punch, and he leaves me on 32 HP with a Rock Slide. I use Return and take it out. 1 left and it's Hitmonlee. I use Return, taking it out, narrowly beating Bruno. Next is Karen, the Dark User, and she sends out Umbreon. I use Return for less than half his health in damage, and it uses Sand Attack on me. I use Ice Punch, leaving it on red, while then it uses Confuse Ray. I land Return, taking it out. Out comes Houndoom and I try for Ice Punch, but I hit myself in confusion, then get blasted with a Flamethrower for massive damage. I land the Ice Punch for 1/4 of his HP and it hits another Flamethrower. I break confusion and use Return and take the dog out. Out comes Gengar and the PTSD returns. I use Dig, outspeeding it and taking it to red HP. It responds with Spite, dropping my Dig by 2 PP. I use Dig again to take it out. Out comes Murkrow and I use Return, knocking it out in 1 hit. Last is Vileplume and I miss Return. It replies with Petal Dance and does like 3 damage. I use Return again for big damage, while it uses Petal Dance again with no change in damage. 1 more Return takes it out, taking Karen down. Lance is the final obstacle between us and the title of champion. He starts with a Gyarados and I use Ice Punch for less than half his HP, and he follows it with a Rain Dance. I try Thunder Punch, taking it out. Next is Dragonite and I go for another Ice Punch, taking it out in 1 hit. And then another Dragonite goes the same way. Aerodactyl is out and I take it out with 1 Thunder Punch. Charizard tries his luck, but he survives my punch to land a Flamethrower. Another Thunder Punch takes it out. Last Dragonite and I use Ice Punch, taking it out in 1 hit, becoming the new Johto champion. And that's it. We beat Pokemon Silver. Well done, Ledyba. You really gave us a 5-star run, you 5-star bug. But that's not all. I know people would ask if Ledyba could beat Red, so I will attempt just that. So here we are, the final battle. At max level, here are my stats. Can I beat Red? Well, let's find out. Hey there, this is Future Beard again. After watching all this video, I've decided that it's not really worth me sitting there and going blow for blow on this, because it's going to take forever. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this very long battle with Red, to find out the results of which challenge. And with just 36 HP remaining, Ledyba has proven once and for all that you can beat the entirety of Pokemon Silver with just a Ledyba. And it is a long battle at the end. The credits roll, Ledyba rocks, and the run ends. This run took me forever. It started getting easy, but the pure challenge towards the end with the Elite Four and the extremely long battle with Red at the end really put my patience to the test, but we did it. Ledyba enters the Pokebeard Hall of Fame, beating Pokemon Silver solo. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when my next video goes up. If you have any ideas for challenges, leave them down in the comments section. Until the next time, I'll see you then.